You don't even come back to the hood. You don't even come back to the community because you're a celebrity. You're famous. That's the perception. What are you doing? Why would you come back? And I'm glad I asked myself that question because I know everybody asks that question, other people that they see. Why is it that we can't go back and build up the places that we grew up in? Nothing's stopping us. Why don't we? Why don't we grab a bunch of kids and go build something? And something could be a tech center. It could be a sweat lodge. If you know anything about the indigenous folk, you can build a sweat lodge. You can build a team of people that really can do wonderful things in this world if they believed in themselves. If you believe in yourself, what do you think you can actually accomplish out here? I think anything's possible because you're looking at the story of anything's possible. Nothing was easy growing up. Nothing. Except being around family, being around people I love. But other than that, going to school wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. You know why it wasn't easy? Because I was constantly being referred to as just a statistic. If I didn't become an NBA player, would I still be noticed? Or would I just be another statistic that came out of my community and that was just another dude? Just another black man, just another African man, just another dude. But I guess you got to do special things and be seen by everybody in order to be called extraordinary. I think that's the furthest thing from the truth, but that's just me. I believe in myself. I believe I'm an ordinary person doing extraordinary things, and I will continue to do so because that's the power of free will. I don't depend on anyone else. I don't depend on anyone else to validate me. I used to. Look, I'll be honest with y'all. Look, I'll be honest. We've been on for 52 minutes, and I hope that you guys have got messages. You guys have got things that really relate to you. I do my best to build this bridge so you can see who I truly am, because you'll never hear about who I truly am from people that barely know me, and that people that speak on my name on these media platforms that don't know anything about me. Even former teammates, even former coaches, even former GMs, they know nothing truly about me. You know why they don't know anything about me? Some of them, not all of them. Some of them, not all of them. You know why? Because it didn't matter enough. It didn't matter enough. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. And you know what? It didn't matter to me either. So what do? I build with people that it does matter to. I go places where I'm accepted openly for not just what I believe in, but my principles. Because I could believe in a bunch of stuff. But if you know that you got a soldier next to you and that's committed to the cause, committed to the revolution, which I know I am, I don't think you ever have to question whether or not I'm going to have your back when times get hard. See, when times get tough for people, you really get to see people's character. Really get to see people's character. I've learned more and more and more and more and more and more about the world that we live in. I don't have all the answers. I will not pretend like I do. I will not assume like I do. I would only say this. This life, got one to live. I don't joke about life. You know why I don't joke about life? Because my mother is in here and my grandmother's in here and other friends that I knew that if they made a change in their lives, they would be better off, but they didn't. They're either in jail or they're murdered or they're doing things that don't necessarily serve them. Now, this is just the way I grew up. I don't know how everybody grew up here, but this is my experience. I've been able to rationalize why, how these things have happened. And most of it is a stem or a cause from people joking about life. What's there to joke about in life? Why do we make fun of other people's lives? Is it funny to y'all that I lost my mother and my grandmother when 4 and 5? I know it's not. But when I say it, does people really relate? I don't know. I really don't care. But all I can say is that me not having my mother and my grandmother and seeing people not treat their mother and their grandmother with respect, what do you think happens? You have your mother and your dad. I grew up with my dad. My grandmother with, other grandparents and aunts and uncles, but I never got to give my mom my awards in the NBA. I never got to hug my mom after a 40-point game. I never got to hug my mom getting my first car. I never had my mom teach me how to drive. I never had my mom go to the DMV to go get my driver's license with me. My mom never signed a parent, teacher, guardian paper for me to go on a trip. My mom never took me to AU practice. My mom never took me to have my first drink. My mom never took me to smoke for the first time. My mom never took me to places where I needed the new experience. My mom never told me I was on punishment. And all those things that I didn't have only made me more prepared to be a light for the world, because I am a constant reminder that you need to appreciate the life you do have, and you need to appreciate the things that you do have in your life, because there are plenty of us that would want to have so much, but we cannot. And I'm not jealous and I'm not envious of anybody that has both parents. I just am aware of how special that is. I had my mom for a few years. I had my grandmother for a few years. But was it enough for me? No. Do I wish they were here to celebrate this life with me? Yeah. Do I wish I was working as hard, right now in order to provide for them and give them all the things that they didn't have growing up and be a true king and raise my village and raise my tribe? Absolutely. Would I trade my whole entire existence in for them to come back? Would I? Now that's the part where that's an internal answer. And the internal answer is this: I love this life. I love this life. And I'm willing to live out my life because I only get one of them. And it's not a joke to me. That's all I'm saying. People lose their lives every day. Why treat your life like it's a joke? Now, this whole entire 57 minutes is not gonna be for everybody. It's not gonna be understood so easily, and people are thinking I'm jumping back and forth and what is he talking about? No, this all stemmed from the first point that I was making. In order to achieve inner peace, you have to shut up and you have to shut down all distractions. Get off this device. People are addicted to this device. People are addicted to their social media apps. People are addicted to watching other people's lives and comparing them. Why is that normal? That's all I'm saying. The full circle moment is inner peace. This whole conversation was about inner peace, your inner being, taking care of yourself, self-love. Why would you want to focus on other things that go on outside of you if you do not know who you are? Where do you start if you don't know where you are or who you are? If you don't know who you are, go to your parents. If you don't have parents, go to your family members. If you don't have a family member that can tell you the truth about where you come from so you know where you're going, go seek out the wisdom from others that have it, that have the experience. Go seek an elderly counsel that's not bitter and that's not jealous of your age and what your opportunity is at this point. Inner peace is not just an idea, it is an ideal. And you must protect that ideal to be rewarded on this journey. Because if you're swayed by the wins and losses and successes and failures in this life, you will never be at peace, because your emotions will never be settled. You will always want more. And I've been in that position. That's all I'm saying. I've been in the position where I have hated myself enough to want to live out someone else's dream on my behalf. I've hated myself before. That's where depressed people, that's where they get. That's where I've gotten. When you hate yourself, or you don't like where you are, or you don't like things about yourself, you compare yourself to others, that's where the depression and anger starts. Why compare yourself to others when you only have this life to live? One life. Make the choice. I've made my choice. And I pray that you guys make your choice. All right, I'm done speaking about all this with you guys for the night. I love you. I just had to get that off my chest. I'm praying for all of your families. Let me take some water. This is for y'all. All right? This is called pouring libations. I'm going to pour some libations. Look, for you guys, for your families. Pouring out for your health. Look, for your wellness. For the ancestors to protect you and guide you. For your peace of mind. For your godly being to be protected. And for you not to fall victim to any evils and demonic forces out here, because some crazy people out here, right? You ain't really rocking, all right? So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please make sure that y'all tell every one of your family members that I love them as well. And I don't even know you guys, and I don't need to know you. All I'm saying is I appreciate you more than you know. Whether you've prayed for me, whether you supported me from day one when you knew who I was or you didn't know who I was, it's the same difference. I just appreciate being able to grow, share my knowledge, but also understand that I still have a lot to learn. I am not a perfect human being. I never will be. I never will portray myself to be. But one thing I will always stand on is devotion to family is the biggest reward that you can have. Staying devoted to people that love you, consider them family. Make sure you make even your friends feel like family when they treat you with respect and love. Don't distance yourself from people that challenge you at times about the truth or want to learn more from you. Don't distance those people. The people that want to learn from you and that really want to grow with you and are about staying connected, spend time with them. But don't just get on these social media apps or get on the internet or go into places that you don't need to be in. You don't even need to be there. That's what I'm saying. I love y'all, because if you take this advice and you wrote it down or you took time to even listen, like, I can't even put it into words. Just I wish that some of my inspirations and some of the people I looked up to had the opportunity to do what I'm doing today, to remind me that the journey is truly the reward. I may not be who I want to be today, but I know I can be better tomorrow, working towards who that person is to me. That's a choice for me. The wins and the losses, whether the games come and go, yes. Am I dedicated to my craft? Yes. Have I made mistakes within the business of my craft? Yes. Am I going to make mistakes moving forward? Yes. Am I ever going to be perfect? No, I'm joking. I'll never be perfect. But like, at the same time, I'm just aware that you have to have laughter. You have to have fun in this. You have to smile. You cannot put too much pressure on yourself, because this one life to live, with everything going on and everything that we have been through as a human race, it's confusing and it can be a lot. But I'm here to remind you that home is literally where your family is, and your family should have trust, loyalty, and love, and they should shower you with what you need. Shower people with their flowers. They deserve it. It could be a small thing that you celebrate, but celebrate with them. I'm here to celebrate my existence with y'all tonight. I didn't have to get on live. I didn't have to, even talk this long, but sometimes the spirit can call you to do things that you may not even think you're ready for. You know what I mean? Spirit source can call you to do things that you're like, I don't know how this is going to end up, but no fear, going in there with a great head on your shoulders is key. That's all. All right. So I'm not going to get too more preachy with y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to keep saying it, because without all of the love that I feel genuinely as a chief of our tribe, then I wouldn't be able to continue doing what I do. So let's just take this time. Like, I just want to pray for you guys. Would you guys mind if I pray for you? Put this in the chat if you guys want me to You guys want me to pray before we get out of here? If you don't, then, it's all good. All right? Okay, look. Well, first off, I want to start by saying that I'm grounded where I am, and I'm grateful that I'm able to share this space with so many different walks of life, so many different human beings that come from different families. And I want to send genuine prayers to them and their families, and I want to pray for their peace of mind, and I want to pray for their well-being, and I want to pray for their growth. I want to pray for knowledge to come to them when they need it most. I want to pray for them not ever being afraid to face their challenges head on. I want to pray for everybody to receive the things that they deserve, receive the things that they should be rewarded with by selflessly treating other human beings with kindness and compassion. I pray that we all continue to shower each other with love out here, because chaos is real. All the forces of nature, of evil, are trying to take over our world, and we will not allow them, because we are soldiers of God. We are soldiers of the light. And I'm grateful that we get to share this space right now in this second. You guys get to see in my eyes, and I love you. I wish I was giving you a big hug, because I know this life gets challenging, and I know times get hard, and things get emotional, but keep striving. There are people out there that want to see you do well. So, amen. Amen. And we rocking. I love y'all, okay? And you guys know, if this ends up somehow misconstrued and they try to chop up what I said to mean a certain thing, just be aware, all right? And just do everything you can to protect me without getting into trouble, okay? I just love you guys. It's not about appeasing them. It's just about controlling what we can control here, all right? So peace, y'all. I love you. And I'll talk to y'all soon.